Hey, I want to do this video. Every time I do this video, I end up making more stuff. So I kind of wanted, since I'm pretty much done making stuff, I just have a few little fixes I just need to do, and then maybe a little dirty up. But that's about it. But we're about a little under a month away. Not over. A little under a month away. So I kind of want to show you what I'm doing and kind of stuff. Help if you're still not going as deep as I am, but kind of maybe help you out with something. All right, first thing I got right here is, I think is a must-have. Not saying you have to do it like this. Is at least some sort of carrying item. Either it's a backpack or a messenger bag like this. I did it like this. Throw it up. I did it like that. Can I show you? I accessorized it with some keychains I made. Got a Ropco, a Voltec, some old key stuff I had from old job. I did my little jet, since I'm the jet vendor. I got all some shoestring. I gotta say, something I found out that comes so useful in these type of things is shoestring. I have so much shoestring holding up my items, and then for my past items, and then other stuff I have. Shoestring is some of the most amazing things you can get. You can find it at thrift stores and stuff like that. I mean, even at the main store, a lot of times you can get pretty cheap, and it's some great material. And you normally can burn it in, and it will stay right where it is. So that's some really good stuff. But yeah, that's what I did with this. What I did, I took a tea mix. No. This one I did a coffee. It's straight instant coffee. What you do, you boil some water. Then you put the instant coffee, get it hot. You can either let it cool or anything, but you just, the only reason you want it hot so that the instant coffee just gets going down. And then you just sit there and just pour it on there, lay it on the ground, just pour it on there. This is a little bit of that, bleach, and spray paint. Really, you don't see much of the spray paint because, like I said, I only did spray paint just a little there and there. Most of the places see it's like right here and right here, and then there might be just a few little spots I might hit a little bit, but you really don't see any of the spray paint. I did a little bit right there, so I did a little bit on the edges. So hopefully you got that. I'm sorry. Did a little bit on the edges and all that. Next thing I have is my shirt I'm going to be wearing. Wish I got a coat hanger. But something I always recommend with a shirt is something to do is, what you do, you take it and turn it inside out. Easiest thing you do. You don't have to spray it to make thing or anything. You can make it, and I'm getting ready to, after this video, I'm getting ready to dirty some stuff up again. I'm going to show you right there, the clean to dirty. This is probably the cleaner part. So that shows you how dirty that thing looks. I'm going to redo that. I try to keep part of that to kind of show what I'm talking about. Like, show this, the shirt is not that color. And part of it might stay that way. I'm going to probably just dribble. Because my point, this thing was laying down. Was kind of laying down. And I mean, see, there's parts right there. You don't always want the whole thing. Next thing, I have some other ways I'm going to plan on making this. But another thing is you can do, if you can see right there, if not, that's bleach. Just take some bleach to it. Bleach makes it look like a chemical has happened. You got any chemicals or something. So bleach is something amazing for that. Both of these items, like I said, I did a tea and coffee stain. This one, just a coffee. This one, I did take a tea to get to this one for the second time around. But coffee only this one. And that's another thing you can take tea to. And what I did was, when I boiled the water, I boiled some tea. And you always want to use black tea. And what I did was, I took that black tea and boiled up with the water, and then just scooped it up, and put it into with the coffee, and it just made it. And it gets it. I'm going to say these will have a smell, a coffee tea smell, but normally, at least it doesn't smell bad. That's all I can say. But it will have that. At least it's not something like where it smells really bad. All right, something else I've done I took an old, just an old duster, made myself a duster. This thing probably won't see a lot of light. There we go. I probably won't see a lot of play. I probably won't be wearing a lot because the thing is, it's not awkward. It's just, it's not the funnest thing to wear sometimes. Mostly in battle, maybe going out pictures, that's like that. But the only reason why I say it's not battle, if you're going to make yourself a duster, make it where it goes at least a little bit past your ankle or up, because if you squat down and you back up, you're pretty much taking yourself backwards. I mean, you start to be like, you're walking, next thing you know, you're going like this. I mean, so that's the only reason. I just haven't had time to fix it, since I know it's not going to have much play after this game. The only reason I haven't really fixed it, if I ever have to wear it again, I will fix that. But I already have figured how I'm going to play this game. Something else I want to show you. Since we're in a post-apocalypse, this is an old bed sheet, the bottom half of it. And you can tell right there, this is one of the corners. And this will go over my head as a hood, and they'll be just go over my shoulders. This is another character. And what you do, and you can wear your hat, the hood all the time if you have the hat on. But what you got to do, you got to tack it in like that. And what I'll do is, so you can see that normally what you do, you cut this down. You cut this down right here. You cut this down. When you cut that down, then you can glue it, and then it gives you a really cool hood. Well, this is post-apocalypse, so I wanted to keep the baseball hat look, and I wanted like that in case it blows back, and then have like that, because a lot of times people glue it. I'll tuck it in like that. If it blows, it blows. It's not going to affect me anyway, because I still will have a hood. So that's something I want to show you from it's an old bed sheet. Something, I mean, to me that scream post-apocalypse. Just something they found, you're using it, you're remaking, nothing you had to go buy, because some of those things go $30, $40, $50 just to buy something like that. And then that's an easy little fix with the thing. Something in game you will need is an orange dead rag, just because the red is used. Well, last game we had was red was used in game, and I want to say red is still used in this game. So this kind of helps say, hey, you know, I'm dead. Make sure you have orange dead rag. That's from an old hunter's vest I cut up to not look like a vest, just to where I can throw over my head. And this thing really does work. Throw over my head, you know. And something I do, I keep it in one of these pouches. I carry this around. I'm a shotgunner, and I carry around my shotgun shells, and then I have my little thing right there. Got this, and then I'm gonna get some more to add on there down the road. But those are some of the easiest little pallets. I can fit M4 mags. I can fit some of these wider ones. I can fit some M14 mags. I can fit a lot of stuff if you would want to. If you want to go that road. Something I do want to show you: shotguns. This thing was like $60. You can get them for like I know you can get them like $40. They shoot tri-shot, so that means you get 3 shots. Fairly cheap. The only reason I really got it was for this game, because at that time I wasn't thinking about really getting into airsoft. I just wanted to play for this game. Another thing you can do, get these type of things. The whole 30. Since you're shooting 3 out, you get about 10 shot. You get 10 shots off of them. So that's something to think about. Not saying you have to run. I'm just saying cheap. There's other cheap options. You can do M4s and stuff like that. Something else to have is secondary. I got this off of Evike for $25. Was on sale. So it's a cheap little non-blowback. So if you ever just want to go cheap, you can sometimes even go to Academy, Walmart. They have some cheap ones. And I'm talking about just entry only, since this is just a LARP. You don't need the most expensive thing. You just need, and there's not going to be a lot of fighting. I mean, there is going to be fighting, but there's also, you're going to be doing stuff where you don't have to fight. There will be times you might have to fight. There may be times you have to talk your way through or something like that without fighting. Something else I had, this is from my first one. This was from I just made a vest. I had someone help me do a little sewing. But I took this, made it rowdy. But that's something else you can do. Just kind of showing off some stuff you can do. And two, you can see right through it. That just means it's cool. So that means you're not going to get hot, overheated. So another thing I'm going to show you is this is my actual shield, NCR. I'm probably going to do a little bit more paint job on there. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to have. That's what I did. I had to put the NCR on there. The only reason why it's down a little bit, this is actually a small. I can't find my size for this, so that's why it actually looks like that. But I said, oh, I don't care. I almost did it. Oh, another small one, like at the end or something. Like you didn't have enough of those stencils. But yeah, that's something to have because BBs will not penetrate this, and then laser round will not penetrate a shield. So shields will be good to have. So that would be good to have. And then also this is some of my armor. You got my license plates, my shin, and then my chest. The chest one, you'll probably only see me if I ever go into battle. That's about the only time you'll ever see me with the chest plate on. But besides that, that would be good. That's good armor. If you hit in the chest with it, the metal hit with a BB, I'm still in. But if you get hit with a laser round, I'm out. Same with these two. This will be on one of my on my waist, and this will be on my legs. So that is something to give you a little, like I said, hey, give you a little armor. You can make all this, because if you bring in your armor, you're allowed to wear it. You don't have to buy the armor or anything from in the game. You can actually wear your armor. So yeah, like license plate armor is really good. Stuff like that. I still got some more stuff inside that I'm going to armor up. I'm going to make some more license plate armor because I just remembered I have more license plates. So yeah, that is something to do. I'm going to talk a little quick about how to get this stuff, where do you get this stuff, stuff like that. I want to say, out of this, the only thing I've actually fully bought was the shirt. I got it for $6 out of the costume, not the gear. I got this thing for like $6, and it was normally a $20 shirt. And I'm gonna say, if you ever have this shirt in your closet that you want to wear that doesn't really have a logo, just maybe a plain white shirt or something, or just a plain shirt. If you don't want to do all this real quick, just turn it inside out. Or something else you can do if you don't mind messing up the shirt, you can cut. See, I don't get to. You can pretty much cut, like down the sleeves, cut right down here. Cut. You can kind of cut like this, or a little closer. Just depends on how. Just don't cut the seam. It'll give it more of a homemade look, kind of post-apocalypse look. So. That's about the only thing out of this gear I bought. That stuff was given me for the game, except for the license plates. I made that. And then some of the stuff I've had for a long time, I've eventually bought. I got a lot of this stuff, like this stuff. I got the things from Evike, and then I got those from an army supply store, and then I just painted them up. I was trying to do a little camouflage on them, but they actually look, worn now. And then I got this at the same place at the army supply store. I got them really cheap, everything really cheap. This I just found in my closet because it was part of a bed. This I've had for years, and I finally just cut it off and just made it. It was given to me by my dad. It was old EMT paramedic uniform. The shield, kind of found that. Gun bought. That gun I bought too. There's a lot of stuff you can find at either go to thrift shops, go to army supply, go to flea markets. There's lots of you can find really cheap. Garage sales, yard sales, those things are always good. Just go find stuff. You can go find stuff and get stuff really cheap, and you don't have to buy anything new. That's the thing. You can buy a lot of old stuff, and that stuff works. Because, I mean, this thing, I think it was given to me a long time ago, and I think back when I was still in high school. Never used it. I've been out for 8 years now. Yeah, 8 years now, so it's nothing I really need for school. So what I did, I just kind of ruffled it up, took a cut thing to it. By the way, in game, you can guys ask me about the symbol. I won't tell you about it now, but in game you can ask me about it. So yeah, but yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. I got a lot of backstory to this, so that's something else you can think of. Always think of a character, your backstory of your character, because I will help you in game. Maybe help you get something like you talk about in game. Make yourself memorable, so the next one you come out, someone will remember your character. You don't have to use your name. Make up a name. Make up a character's name, type deal. Give yourself a backstory, stuff like that. I mean, make it make that fun, and put it to your clothes. I mean, my backstory, I was getting stuff. I like keychains. There will be a lot more keychains, key stuff in the future. I'm a Jet dealer, so I put Jet on my. I'm part of a Jet dealer, so that's one thing I did. So yeah, that's a lot of the stuff. This stuff came from the town. My character came from a trader caravan to town militia to head. So he adopted some of his gear, and right there, and the license plates I just made. That's mine. I just made those a couple days ago. Like I said, shoestring makes a world of difference. Then I had 4 of these little things hooked to your belt buckle. Got the same thing that's actually actually holding these together. I had 4 of them, so yeah, that's what I recommend. Don't have to take my word for it, or you don't have to do what I say. Just gives you something fun to do. I've had a blast doing all this, what I have made. So, but yeah, that's what I got for the day, and hope to see you out there. See you later, guys. Alright, I realized I kind of forgot some things, and this is kind of what I want to show off right now. So if you don't want to watch this part, this is nothing really new. I pretty much covered everything. It's just what you see in this picture that I haven't talked about. That's what I'm going to talk about. So if you don't want to watch this, just go ahead and exit out. I wanted to show this off, but I do want to show you off my pants and then a few little different things. First off is the pants. You can see that I've spray painted them, dyed them with the other stuff, but also I put some iron-on pouches, and I don't know if it'll be this game, but then it'll be either this game or the next or down the road. What I'm planning on doing is taking actual string and sewing them in there, so it look like they're actually sewn in. They're not just that'll give it a different look. But that's something I want to show you, kind of something what you guys could do, stuff like that. Another thing I want to show you is like 2 different helmets. The one that has the card, it's tan and it has NCR. That's the one I'm going to be wearing this game. The other one I bought a while back. They're both plastic, so that BBs would not be able to penetrate them. They would be considered as armor. They're the hard armor or hard plastic. So yeah, those would be perfect. They're both plastic, so they're light. You can find the green one at a lot of army supply stores because it's actually what goes under the metal one, but it looks just like it. They're good and light. The other one's a pitch hat, like a safari hat, that type of thing. Both of them were pretty cheap. That is something to think about for head armor. Alright, the next thing I want to talk about is this little Springer pistol. Springer pistols are not really much to talk about, but they're great for beginners and great for a LARP, because a Springer pistol is just you cock it to after you put the mag in, and then it's hot. You pull the trigger, then you gotta keep cocking it, pull the trigger, cock it, pull the trigger. So it's kind of like a mini tiny shotgun, but looks like a pistol. Think of it like that. But for this type of game, these are really good pistols to use. I'm only planning on using mine as last stand type deals, or extractions, or anything like that. I mean, anything you really can think about using it. I may not use it for this game, but I know my next character, he's going to be carrying around a little Springer pistol, just for little last stand moments. All right, that's all I have for you. I hope to see you September 8th at Joplin Wasteland Operation Countdown. See you all out there.